Okay, so last Sunday I got a lot of work done outside, but in the evening I came in and I was cleaning up the upstairs inside. I was going to bring a couple things to the basement and got down the stairs, and at the very last step down heard this nice squish under my feet. Bluebirds are back. It's the first time I've seen them this year. They've come back every year since I moved in. So this is the third year. Last year I think they raised 2 clutches, if you call it that, for a bluebird. 2 outdoor things I have on my list today is to clean up the dog yard. And what I normally do with this dog poop, I basically just go take it over to under the apple trees, make a ring around the apple trees about 1.5 feet from the trunk, and then cover it over with oak leaves, not apple leaves. So hopefully compost and help fertilize the apple trees in the winter and spring and fall. Don't do it so much in the summer because they don't need that much fertilizer. But that's a great way to make use of it, because why let that much fertilizer go to waste? You can't grow directly in it. You don't want to eat anything that came through it, but apples don't come through it, so they're great compost for trees. Okay, I'll show you what I've been doing around my apple trees. Kind of sad looking trees. We haven't really done much with it. I'd like to move it to more natural growth. Around here is, you see that? It's where I put dog poop. I mix it with some sticks that are not apple tree sticks, so try to avoid cross-contamination if there's any molds or whatever diseases. But I take some oak sticks and stuff in the woods, place it around in between layers of dog excrement, and eventually, once I get this covered up with dog feces, then we'll add some of these oak leaves that I had brought over in the fall, so they're probably decomposing already in this pile here, but we'll cover it over like that. And the whole idea is it's kind of like a little mini hugelkultur around my apple tree. We'll fertilize the apple tree, get some other plants growing there. I'm just doing this around the front tree for right now. We'll move our way back to the other trees as the weeks go. But that is the whole idea. I'm not sure if I'll be able to cover all the sticks today. I don't think I have enough dog poop in the yard now that I'm down to 1 dog. But probably next week or the week after, what I'll do is I'll take some of these leaves and cover up the piles I made. Keeps it from stinking too. It breaks down very nicely. And I don't think I'd probably lose half the leaves if I tried to move them today. It's so windy. Okay, that's the last bucket for now. Until the next time we have to clean up the dog yard. Okay, so today we need to clean the coops up a bit. Now this is not a full spring cleaning. I just keep adding litter to the bedding here. But I do turn it a little bit, so I mix all the chicken poop up into the litter so it can start breaking down, and then put some more pine shavings on top. Shouldn't take too long, but a job. a job that needs to get done. Okay, so you can see they have a few droppings around. It is already pretty thick. We're getting to the mid-end of winter, so in another month or so I'll pull all of it out and put it into the run to decompose in the run, and then put fresh stuff in here for the summer. But I need to go ahead and turn this and add another layer to it. So all I need for this job really is a pitchfork and some pine shavings. And I'm just going to lightly turn this a little bit, mix it up a little, fluff it up a little bit. The chickens tend to compress the shavings, and there's actually not as much insulation when it's all compressed. When it's fluffy, they have a little more insulation in there. So dual purpose. One is give them some clean bedding to sit on, and another is to insulate them a little bit. Okay, so this is all fluffed up now. We're just going to put a fresh layer of shavings on there. And just to let you know, that heat lamp is only in here for when we get down to very close to 0. I don't really turn it on otherwise, only if it gets really cold. So, but otherwise, they tend to huddle together and keep warm. So they're pretty good about the cold weather. Last step, layer of new pine shavings. Super windy out here. Whenever the wind gusts, you feel it a little bit in this run area. It keeps blowing the dust up into my face from the fresh pine shaving. Okay, so that should do it. It's nice and fluffy. It's fresh, smells good now. So there's their new bedding. I should probably check on my little mama and see how she's doing. She's got food and water. She may have soiled the bedding slightly back there, but they really don't go very often when they're broody. Just once a day at most, and I think she holds out for a couple days before she gets up and eats and drinks and takes care of herself. So she's still sitting and looking good. For the bigger coop, I only need 3 tools. I need a scraper to scrape off these roofs. I need my pitchfork to turn all the bedding. And I need pine shavings to put a fresh coat down here. And I think we're going to have some chickens join us. We'll see how long they stay in here before I scare them out. Now that I have the roofs all scraped off, I'm gonna collect the eggs first, and then I'm gonna start turning the pine shaving. Start at far end and move my way towards the door. We have 9 eggs, more than yesterday. Okay, so I turned the bedding in my nest boxes. Now I'm going to go through from the back of the coop to the front, turning the bedding there. Okay, last step, to put the pine shavings down. Now I'm going to start in the nest boxes. I found that if they don't have fresh pine shavings in the nest boxes, they might go to the cleanest corner of the coop and lay eggs there. I don't blame them, but so we're going to make their nests nice and clean. Stuff on this list. It's not good. Our only finished area with carpet in the basement was soaked. Carpet had about, I don't know, ½ inch to up to about 2 inches at the area that's lowest of water, and apparently the sump pump had failed on us and broke on us. So we had to call in the plumber this week, get a new sump pump at this end of the house. We had to have the guys come in to clean up, pull the carpet pad up, and we still have all the fans out and the dehumidifier, so a lot of noise down here. And it's finally looking like it's getting dry. They put fungicide down, so hopefully that'll take care of things. They pulled all the baseboards out because the water was wicking up through the drywall about 6 inches to a foot. So they had to put holes in the drywall so that we can dry the walls out. But yeah. We had a few boxes in here. We hadn't really furnished it much, so we had a couple pieces of furniture down here, storage more than anything. And we're going to turn this into a playroom eventually, kind of game room type place. But we hadn't gotten there yet, so we had boxes with some pictures and stuff in it. Luckily, the boxes, they were starting to wick water into the boxes, and things were slightly damp, but not really too bad as far as the pictures went. So we had to pull everything out of this room and put it on higher ground. So we put it in the other part of the basement because that's actually a few steps up. But it was kind of delayed things this week. I had my dad come in and help with, you know, getting the contractors in and out, get my dog out of the way while that was going on. So he was kind enough to make that last minute trek over here. He lives about a little over 100 miles away, so not too far, but it was a bit of a experience this week. First time we've had that kind of flooding in the basement. Not bad, not deep, which I'm glad. But yeah, definitely had to be taken care of.